following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Shot up in transition. No, Bowens follows through and jams it down with two hands.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Feeds Bush at the right point. Around to Dyer, left wing. Dyer wants another three. Splash! Rin ace in fuego.
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you courtside to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman takes aim at a fifth consecutive win in the series with the Mars Hill Lions. Sack action on top tonight here inside the Holt Fieldhouse. Eagles are 7-2 and 2-0 in the league, while Mars Hill on the quest for its first league win. The Lions 2-5 overall and 0-2 in South Atlantic Conference play under first-year head coach Larry Davis. Carson-Newman winners of 4 straight in the series against the Lions. They've all been by double digits. And in fact, Carson-Newman's been really efficient. 5 out of the last 8 halves of basketball, Eagles have shot better than 48% from the field against the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. And the flip of that, the Eagles with that vaunted matchup zone has kept the Lions below 40% shooting in 5 of the last 8 halves of basketball. How do things shake out here today? Where Carson-Newman against the Lions unit that's under first-year head coach Larry Davis. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. We check in with Chuck Benson, the Eagles head man's pregame thoughts. Head your way when we get back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At this is our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit InterDigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Eagles. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back on the AEC countdown to tip-off. Carson-Newman plays its final South Atlantic Conference home game of 2022. Tonight, the Eagles in action against the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, Mars Hill largely new look. Larry Davis in his first year as head coach. The roster has some holdover from a year ago. Guys like Trey Beelan and Jackson Reed returned, but it's largely new guys. Prosper, a bit of Bube, Corey Davis, Isaiah Jones, new guys that are doing the heavy lifting. What do you see about Mars Hill that is challenging in spite of the Lions having dropped 5 straight?
Well, they're in that first year. I guess we'll call it a rebuild, but they're in that first year of Coach Davis's tenure, and they've got a lot of new faces. They obviously have been struggling in terms of wins and losses, but you can tell he's trying to really get them to buy into being a defense-first team, a team that's really aggressive on the boards, and a team that's fast-paced and aggressive offensively. So, despite the outcomes not maybe being what they've wanted so far, they're talented, and the coach is really trying to establish a culture of toughness and aggressiveness that's clear to me, and I know that they'll be coming in here ready to get after it.
Corey Davis is the league's second leading scorer, second consecutive game where you face the league's second leading scorer. Bradley Dean, you hampered his efficiency for UVA-wise. Corey Davis, probably not as prolific a three-point shooter as Dean is for the Highland Cavaliers. What makes his game tick?
Well, he's very fast, quick, really good with the ball in his hands, can get into the paint. I think he's averaging 8 free throws a game, so that tells you how aggressive he is in terms of that. His dad's the head coach too, and I'm just telling you that makes some things easier. Guys are a little bit more willing to take risks and to be a little bit more aggressive because they know at the end of the day everything's gonna be okay at home. So he's a tough one. He's really. I think for the next several years, going to be one of the better guards in this conference.
You mentioned the free throws with Corey Davis. That's true of Mars Hill as a team. They get to the line more than anybody else in the South Atlantic Conference. You're not too far behind. They attempt about one more free throw than Carson-Newman does per game, 23 to 22 roughly. How do you keep them from getting to the stripe?
We've got to do a good job containing on the ball, and then off the ball we've got to be really committed to our spots so we can sort of create that shell of protection around the paint area. And we've got to sort of, throughout that, we've got to sort of entice them. You've got to bait them to do something else. They want to drive it. They're really, really aggressive to drive, kick, multiple drives in every possession. We just got to entice them to maybe take some contested shots over the top, and then we got to collect the rebounds.
You have you mentioned against UVA-wise that defensively you had some breakdowns that led to uncontested threes for the Highland Cavaliers against your old phrase, styles that make the fights. How will improvement be visible if you improve, should you improve, tonight against Mars Hill?
We've watched tape from our last game. We've gone over our post-game notes, and our guys understand that our awareness of personnel is a big part of our preparation. And we felt like that was something that really was inconsistent in the last game. We also felt like that our transition defense, we allowed them to find 3 early threes in transition, and that's typically not what happens to us. So we're doubling down on what we know to do. And I'm pretty confident that we're going to see a change in those things in this outing with Mars Hill.
Chuck Benson, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Lions.
Thanks, Cap.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineup keys to the game. That's when the AEC countdown to tip-off comes back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Fires the three, and I.
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman reigns over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Trilite, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse where Carson-Newman and Mars Hill are set to match wits in South Atlantic Conference men's basketball action. The 82nd all-time meeting between these two teams. And the Eagles lead the all-time ledger 62-20. Carson-Newman winners of 4 straight, and they've all been by double digits in the series. In fact, Carson-Newman's last 7 wins in the series have all been by double digits. Now, to handle all the pregame introductions, here's Holt Fieldhouse PA man Andrew Rogers.
Now let's meet the starting lineups first for Mars Hill. At forward, a junior number 4, Raywan Connor. At guard, a freshman number 10, Kendall Davis. At forward, a freshman number 11, Corey Davis. At guard, a junior number 23, Trey Boleyn. And at forward, a senior number 25, Marvin Hires. The Lions are coached by Larry Davis. And now the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. At forward, a sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, number 3, Tyler Bowens. At guard, a sophomore from Springfield, Missouri, number 10, Monty Johal. At guard, a senior from Greenville, South Carolina, number 12, Luke Brennigan. At guard, a sophomore from Weaverville, North Carolina, number 14, Ren Dyer. And at center, a senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 24, Brian Thomas.
Carson-Newman under the direction of Chuck Benson. Mars Hill under the direction of Larry Davis. And the Lions, Larry Davis, there's a lot of Davises on the floor. You got Kendall and Corey, the twins. The freshman of the head coach, Larry Davis. Corey, the only guy on the roster for Mars Hill who averages double figures, but he is the league's second leading scorer at 18.1 points per game. Carson-Newman, same starting five that it's utilized in the previous 9 games of Bowens, Johal, Brennigan, Dyer, and Thomas. Royal blue road jerseys for the Lions. Blue tops, blue shorts, a white stripe up the sides. Yellow numerals trimmed in white on the front and backs. The jerseys in Mars Hill written in yellow above the front numbers for the Lions. Eagles in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, blue numerals trimmed in orange on the front and back of the jerseys. And Bryant Thomas is set to jump it up against Rajon Connor here inside of Holt Fieldhouse in the South Atlantic Conference. Matchup between the Eagles and the Lions. Blake Harris, our lead official today. A couple dribbles from him. He puts the ball in the air. Thomas deflects it into the backcourt. Tyler Bowens controls, and the Eagles move left to right with the basketball to open up this contest. Dyer right wing with the rock. One left-hand dribble, and he flips it out to Bowens against pressure man defense. Bowens feeds Brennigan at the head of the key. Brennigan, chest pass for Thomas right wing. Thomas, one left-hand dribble, hands off Johal, head of the key, 9 to shoot. Leaps, passes, lost the handle on it, scooping it up, Beelan. Beelan racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the left hand from the left side. Mars Hill's pressure defense pays off. Lions get a bucket in transition, 2-0 Lions, 30 seconds in. Eagles front court. Dyer takes it up left baseline, got his shot blocked. Second chance won't fall. Bowens pulls in the rebound and gets called for the travel as he falls to the floor on the right baseline. So the Lions back-to-back stops. And Mars Hill brings it right to left with a 2-0 lead in hand. Lions have lost 5 consecutive games after winning the first 2 contests of the year. Right wing, Hires. Chest pass into the right corner for Beelan against the Eagles zone. 10 to shoot. High post, Hires left elbow. One dribble in the lane, turn, shot over Thomas, swirls it home. Mars Hill has scored the first 4. Minute 15 gone in this one. And the Eagles bring it from left to right. Dyer left corner. Floats it over to Bowens left wing where he hands back off to Dyer. Drop it off Bowens. Cutting to the right block. Reverse layup. Blocked from behind by Rajon Connor. Lions the rebound and running front court. Corey Davis, right corner. Backs it out to the wing. Skips it to the left wing for Beelan. Back around the horn. 3 around 2 it goes against the Eagles zone. Head of the key, Corey Davis to the left elbow. Shot from 15. Tough. Made it. 6-0 burst to start for the Lions. They lead it 2 minutes in. Eagles looking for their first offensive punch. Thomas, right block. Fake left, spin right. Thomas, right hand hook. That's good over top of Connor. Bryant Thomas stops the skid for Carson-Newman. Makes it a 4-point game. 17:50 to play in the first half. 6-2. Lions leading. Saints on to the offensive end. Right corner for Connor. Step back, right elbow 2. That rattles home from Trey Beelan. Tough shot, back to a 6-point lead for the Lions. 8-2, 17:30 to play first half. Mars Hill came in just shooting 40% from the field, but they've made the first 4 shots they've taken. Owens down the left side of the lane, gets to the cup with English with the right hand. Rolls it home off the window. 8-4, Lions doubling up the Eagles early. 17:15 to go in the first half. Lions onto the offensive end. Bounce pass for a backdoor cutter. Connors off his hands. Joe Hall the steal. Up the right sideline goes Brennigan. Lobs Thomas right block. Back to the basket. Spin move right on Hires. Now back to the left. Ducks the shoulder. Up and under move. Thomas with the right hand. High difficulty. Gets the leaner to go from the right block. Bryant Thomas heavy lifting down low for the Eagles. He's got 4. And Carson-Newman is down by 2. 8-6 with 16:45 to play in the first half. Lions haven't missed a shot. They're 4 for 4 to start from the field. Kendall Davis tracks, pardon me, that's Corey. Over into the left corner for Trey Beelan. When you got twins on the floor, you can get them mixed up. Kendall Davis, head of the key, 8 to shoot. Over to his twin brother Corey, left point, a triple, first miss of the day, off the left of the rim. Thomas rips the rebound on the left block, and the Eagles move left to right with it. Dyer into the forecourt, hits Thomas at the head of the key. Chest pass over to Brennigan, right wing, screen and roll to Thomas, right block, hop step into the lane, spin move right, Thomas fading, left it strong, right iron. And Kendall Davis out with the rebound. Lions move it right to left. Left corner, catch 3 ball from Beeland, left iron, no good. Dyer the snare on the right block for the Eagles. Eagles push left to right, down by 2. Dyer into the lane, gliding into the rim. Right hand finger roll won't fall. Dyer a tap, no. Dyer gets it back. Third chance, tied up, going up. Loose ball out of bounds, stays with Carson-Newman. Good stick-to-itiveness by Ren Dyer. The Eagles with a crack at it to tie when we get back. 15:47 to play in the first half. Lions, a 6-0 run to start. The Eagles are down by 2. Lions 4 of 6 from the field to open up this contest. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
8-6, Mars Hill leading Carson-Newman. Despite the Eagles just shooting 33% from the field, but Carson-Newman's grabbed 3 offensive rebounds, and including one here where the Eagles get the ball out of bounds to the right of the basket. Ren Dyer, the trigger man. Gets it into Zhao in the right corner. Brennigan, Dyer, Beaker, Zhao, McElhaney for the Eagles. Zhao, right point, flashes for an open 3 ball, and he connects from the right point. Eagles have their first lead at 9-8, 15:35 to play in the first half, in spite of Mars Hill shooting 4 of 6 from the field. Eagles on a little 7-0 run. Looking for another stop and a score. Mars Hill hasn't scored in 2 minutes. Reed, Connor, the Davis twins, and a bit of Booby on the floor for the Lions. Turn and shoot Jay. Connor left block. Cans it for Mars Hill. And the Lions retake the lead. 10-9, 15:05 to play first half. Eagles with it front court. Dyer, left wing. Leaps and passes. Brennigan, right corner. Catch 3 ball. All cotton for Luke Brennigan. 12-10. Eagles back on top by 2. A 10-2 run for Carson-Newman. Mars Hill looking for answer points. Right wing. Corey Davis, league's second leading scorer, shuffles it into the left corner for his twin brother Kendall. Into the high post, left elbow. A bit of Boubet misses from 15. And Dyer has his 5th rebound in the middle of the lane. Already 5 boards for Ren Dyer, a board a minute. He's got the ball right baseline. Bounce pass Beaker, cutting middle of the lane. Jackson Reed just straight up took it away from him. Eagles' second turnover. Lions race front court. Kick into the right corner, a drive, a dish. Corey Davis stepped out of bounds, though, before that, though. On the baseline underneath the basket. Mars Hill turns it over for a second time. And the Eagles get the ball back. 12-10 Eagles leading in spite of Mars Hill shooting 63% from the field. But Carson-Newman already 4 offensive rebounds and 3 second-chance points. Luke Brennigan, left wing, shuffles around the screen, pull up 3, won't go down. Rebound all the way out to the timeline to Zhao. Second chance for the Eagles. Luke Brennigan down the left side of the lane, stops, chest pass, batted out of bounds by Corey Davis on the right baseline, and it stays with Carson-Newman with 12 to shoot. Jalil Mitchell into the game, replacing Kendall Davis. One of the 2 Davis twins playing for their father. Dyer triggers in. Beaker fell down, and it's a steal by Reed. Takes it all the way to the cup and lays it in high off the glass. Stops the 10-2 Carson-Newman run and ties it at 12. 13:42 to play first half. Eagles the other way. Down inside. Beaker left block. Muscles up on Rajon Connor and dumps it in off the glass. 14-12. Eagles by 2. 13:30 to play in the first half. Lions on to the offensive end. High-low action. Beaker taps it away. It's into the backcourt. Beaker picks it up at the foul line. Races to the rim. Good transition defense by Michael. Bats it out of bounds along the right baseline. And it's Carson-Newman ball. Shot clock should be at 20 or so. It's at 14 right now. Never reset after the change. And they say 25 on the shot clock. 13:21 to play first half. 14-12. Eagles leading. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Ren Dyer gets it into Luke Brennigan on the right wing, and the Eagles look to extend this 2-point lead. Brennigan off to McElhaney, left point. Finds Dyer in the left corner. Dyer, 2 right-hand dribbles, hits Beaker running the middle of the lane. Stripped going up by Reed. It's out of bounds off of Beaker. And the ball to Mars Hill. Eagles turn it over for a 4th time. Lions look to take advantage. Tie with a 2, take the lead with a 3 on this possession. Out of the key for Corey Davis. Guarded by Brennigan at the top of the zone. Switches it over right wing, Jackson Reed. Back to Corey Davis, left point. 11 to shoot. Switches it right wing, out of bounds. Too far in front of Jackson Reed. It glances off his outstretched right hand and out of bounds to Carson-Newman. 4 turnovers for the Eagles, 4 turnovers for the Lions, and it's Carson-Newman ball. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large 1-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Turnover. McElhaney at the head of the key. Fires a pass into Mars Hill's bench. It was intended for Jean Zhao, who instead of staying on the wing was cutting to the basket. Out of bounds it goes, and 3 consecutive possessions have ended in a turnover. 14-12, Eagles leading. Carson-Newman has given it away 4 times in the last 2.5 minutes. Lions with it front court. Right wing, Jalil Michael. Floats it out, head of the key for Kendall Davis. Right around the screen to the right point, 10 to shoot. Davis into the high post, kick out, Reed, 3-pointer on the way, swirls it home. Mars Hill doesn't make a ton of them. 4.9 threes a game is bottom of the sack, but that one goes in to give them the lead, 15-14. Eagles the other way. Beaker twisting in down low. His shot blocked from behind by Prosper Abidabube. And the rebound loose out of bounds to the left baseline, stays with Carson-Newman. Brings us to a break in the action. 11:56 to play in the first half. Been back and forth. 1 tie, 4 lead changes. Lions leading right now, 15-14. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From footlong hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Carson-Newman's issue here in the early going has been ball security. 5 turnovers and 4 in the last 3 minutes. Mars Hill only leads 15-14 in spite of shooting 70% from the field, and that's because the Eagles have a quartet of offensive rebounds, coupled with the fact Mars Hill's turned the ball over 5 times. But only 2 of them have been steals by Carson-Newman. Joe Hall runs the point for the Eagles on the offensive end. Twirls around and hits Thomas at the free throw line. 1 dribble, back out Joe Hall right wing. 8 and 7, bounce into Thomas right block, turns, right hand, baby hook, won't go down. Loose ball, right of the lane, gobbled up by Marvin Hires on the right block. And the Lions can extend a 1-point lead on this possession. Out of the key for Kendall Davis. Kendall Davis, right hand dribbles at the top of the zone against Monty Joe Hall. Davis. Left around the screen to the wing, a bounce inside's deflected up, but taken by Hires. Hires, lob, right block, shot up, blocked by Thomas. He comes away with the board, and the Eagles push it left to right. Joe Hall for Thomas at the head of the key. Thomas muscling his way down to the right block, right hand, baby hook, got it from 6, count it, plus a foul. The personal goes on Hires, and that is the first foul called in this game. First on Hires, first on the Lions. Stops a 2.5-minute scoring drought for the Eagles and puts them back on top, 16-15. So for all those issues for the Eagles, with the turnovers, Mars Hill could hardly take advantage. Thomas to the stripe to shoot the and 1 free throw, and a chance to give Carson-Newman a 2-point lead. Rolls off left side, no good. Hires discards John Zhao for the rebound in the front of the 10. Clock did not start quick enough. They run 5 seconds extra off the clock. And it'll be 10:56 and 24 on the game clock, it would seem. 16-15. Eagles leading Mars Hill. Been a back-and-forth game, 1 tie, 5 lead changes. Eagles have won 4 in a row in the series, and all by double digits. In fact, Carson-Newman's last 7 wins over the Lions have all been by double figures. Hires, right point, zips it inside for Connor. Turns, right hand, 10-footer. Fadeaway Jay good from Connor. He's got 4 points. Lions retake the lead, 17-16 with 10:33 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Thomas, right block. Muscles it in on Connor. Turns, right hand, baby hook. Strong. Rebound tapped up by Bridgewater, taken by Bowens. Second chance. Bowens dribbles into the left corner. Stops, pivots, passes, deflected, out of bounds by Kendall Davis, and he knocks it out off of Bowens. Back to Mars Hill it goes after Carson-Newman's 6th turnover. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, it feels like neither one of these teams has been able to take advantage of the other's miscues. Eagles just shooting 41% from the field to Mars Hill 67%, but they're only down by 1. Right corner, Jay up from 3. That's off the mark from Kendall Davis. Bowens, the backside board left block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman pushes tempo. Zhao, right corner, catch 3, in transition. Short right iron. Bowens tracks down an offensive rebound, second chance. Zhao off to Joe Hall, left point 3 ball. Short front of the 10. Rebound tapped up, grabbed by Bridgewater. Third chance. Zhao to the cup. Right hand, won't go, but he's called for the charge. John Zhao with his first personal. The first on the Eagles. 3 good looks at it for Carson-Newman. None of them go down. 17-16. Mars Hill leading. Eagles with a turnover a minute over the last 4 minutes. Wasted chances for Carson-Newman, and they're only shooting 37% from the field. Granted, +6 on the glass. Got 7 offensive rebounds, but only 3 points to show for it. Seconds and thirds haven't been falling for Carson-Newman. Lions with it front court. Beelan, left wing, muscles his way inside. Shot over top of Thomas, won't go. A tap for Beelan won't drop. Bridgewater the rebound right block, and he's fouled. Charge this to Hires, his second, team second. And the ball back to Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman works left to right with it. For all the Eagles' ball security issues, only down by one. Joe Hall hits Bowens at the free throw line, spins and draws a blocking foul on Trey Beelan, who takes a tumble. That's the first on Beelan, the third on the Lions. Lions bring Jackson Reed back into the game to replace whom? Marvin Hires playing with two. Bridgewater at inbound from the right baseline. Bridgewater looking, finds Zhao, right corner, catch three, strokes it. John Zhao from the corner. And Carson-Newman retakes the lead, 19-17. 8:58 to go in the first half. Stops a 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. John Zhao with 6 points. 19-17, Eagles by a pair, matching their biggest lead. After Mars Hill started the game on a 6-0 run, Eagles erased it with a 10-2 spurt. Been back and forth ever since. Lions at the free throw line. Chuck it up at the stripe for Corey Davis, and he draws a foul on Monty Johal. Shot didn't go down, hard off the backboard. Johal picks up his first, the team's second. And this is something that Mars Hill does exceptionally well. Get to the free throw line. They take more free throws per game than any other team in the SAC. Carson-Newman just behind him at an attempt a game. As Davis's first free throw ricochets off the back iron, no good. It's just the second free throw of the contest for both these teams, the first for the Lions, and it's a credit to Blake Harris, Ryan Sanders, and Jamie McLean. They have called a good, clean game here in the early going. Second free throw for Corey Davis. Calmly buries that one. It's a 1-point game. Stops a 2-minute Lions scoring drought. 19-18 Eagles leading. 8:40 to play in the first half. Eagles work left to right. Joe Hall exploding to the basket. Off-balance leaner. Won't fall. Thomas an offensive board, and he lost the handle on it to Jackson Reed. Reed the pilfer off to the races. Reed racing to the cup. Shot erased from behind by Tyler Bowens. Bridgewater the rebound. In transition. Stops. Right block. Right hand. Bunny won't fall. And Connor scoops up the board for the Lions. Mars Hill onto the offensive end. Trailing by a point. 18:08 to play. First half. Eagles just 38% from the field. Right wing, Corey Davis, an open three, spins out right side. Zhao races down the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman front court. Bowens down to the left block, circles underneath the basket, kicks out Zhao right wing. High hand there for Reed. Zhao drives, gets to the cup, and finishes with the right hand. 3-point lead for the Eagles is their biggest of the night. 7:40 to play first half. 21-18, Carson-Newman by a triple as the Lions work at front court. Haven't made a shot in nearly 3 minutes. Left wing, Reed. Baseline drive, kick it out, Davis head of the key. Back around the horn it goes, right corner, catch three. Connor misfires off the back iron. Just his 9th 3-point attempt of the season, he's 1 for 9. Eagles race front court. Joe Hall outlets it for Thomas running the lane. It's off his hands and out of bounds for Carson-Newman's 9th turnover, and it brings us to a media timeout. 7:16 to go in the first half. It's been back and forth. 1 tie, 7 lead changes. Eagles leading 21-18 over the Lions. We return to Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman has its biggest lead. Can they build on it before the halftime break? Find out after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Mars Hill, after starting 6 of 9 from the floor, has made just one of its last 8 shots, has missed 6 straight, and hasn't made a shot in 3.5 minutes. But Carson-Newman, with 9 first-half turnovers, has only been able to stretch the lead out to 3. 21-18, Eagles leading with 7:10 to play in the first half. Eagles in their matchup zone as the Lions get it front court. Molden up to the head of the key for Corey Davis. Drives inside, kicks out to his twin brother Kendall. Back around the horn it goes Molden, left corner, 10 to shoot. Fire inside, Connor left block, turns, right hand, hook from 8 feet. Got it to go over top of Ben Beaker from the SAC logo. Mars Hill's first made bucket in more than 3.5 minutes. They're down by 1. 21-20 with 6:44 to play in the opening half. Eagles with it front court. Brennigan dribbling left wing. He's body bumped by Corey Davis. First on him. 4th on the Lions. And Carson-Newman gets 20 on the shot clock, and the ball out of bounds at the hash mark left side. Dyer, McElhaney, Brennigan, Beaker, Joe Hall for the Eagles. Lions counter Reed, Molden, the Davis twins, and a bit of Boubet. McElhaney, right elbow, skip it out. Joe Hall, left wing, open, catch 3, back of the 10, no good. Long rebound out to the right baseline for Corey Davis. Gets it up the floor, left sideline to Molden. Kicks to the head of the key, Davis. Into the right corner. Here's a catch 3 from his twin brother. The 3 went down. Count that basket. And a foul on Ren Dyer. His first, team's third. Mars Hill retakes the lead, 23-21. And he fouled the shooter, Davis. So an and one. Was not a hard collision, but it was a collision. And one free throw, knocks it down. Lions up by 3, 24-21, 6:15 to go in the first half. 1 tie, 8 lead changes. Eagles looking for an answer to this 6-0 Mars Hill run. Brennigan at the head of the key. Chest pass off to Dyer, left wing. Dyer draws the trap, passes out of it. McElhaney head of the key. Dribble handoff, Brennigan right point, 10 to shoot. Into the right corner, Joe Hall drives inside. A lot of contact, can't finish through traffic. Beaker grabs the offensive rebound and sticks it in from the right side. Eagles plus 10 on the glass. They've got 9 offensive boards, but that's just the second chance point for the Eagles. They're down by 1, 24-23, 5:40 to play in the first half. Lions with it front court, left corner. Step right, 3, rainbows home from Jackson Reed. 46% three-point shooter. Use the discipline to step right around the flyby. Lions extend the lead to 4, 27-23 with 5:20 to play first half. Eagles the other way. Joe Hall left corner, 3. That won't go down off the back of the 10. Molden snags the rebound right block and loops it up the floor to a bit of Boubet at the left block. Feeds Davis running the middle of the lane. And Davis teardrops it home high off the window. 6-point lead for the Lions, and Chuck Benson calls for time. 29-23. Mars Hill has matched its biggest lead of the day after making 4 straight shots, and Chuck Benson wants to chat things over. Lions 55% from the field to Carson-Newman's 37%. Eagles' offensive rebounding has given them plenty of second chance opportunities, but just 5 second chance points to speak of for Carson-Newman. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located just 10 miles from campus, Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. That's 423-585-4000. Call Quality Suites of Morristown and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. It's an 11-2 run for Mars Hill to match their biggest lead of the game. 29-23 with 4:57 to play. Backdoor lob, but Dyer tries to get it from the left block. Off the feed from Brennigan, but he does draw a foul on Prosper, a bit of Boubet. His first, team's fifth. Ren Dyer to the line to shoot 2 free throws and try to put a stop to this 11-2 Mars Hill run. Mars Hill started the day on a 6-0 run. Then the Eagles went on a 10-2 burst to grab what was as large as a 3-point lead as Dyer shorts the first free throw, front of the 10, no good. Since then, Mars Hill an 11-2 burst, while Carson-Newman has struggled to make shots. Eagles 37% from the field, coupled with the fact that they've turned it over 9 times. Mars Hill a 9-2 edge in points off turnovers, to negate the fact that the Eagles have a 9-1 edge in offensive rebounds, but just 5 points to show for it for the second chance variety. Dyer connects on the second foul shot. And it's a 29-24 lead for the Lions with 4:45 to play in the first half. Eagles stretch out their zone as the Lions work it back and forth. Left wing, a bounce down low to the left block. Connor lost it going up, but to the right block to Beelan, and he has a look what I found layup from the right side. Bunnies at home off the window. 13-3 run for the Lions. They've opened up their biggest lead of the day at 7. 31-24 with 4:20 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Dyer, left wing. Feeds left corner. McElhaney up top. Brennigan steps left. He fires a triple. Halfway down and out. Beeker an offensive rebound. Dumps it off to McElhaney, right block. His shot blocked from behind. And the Lions save it in. Up the floor weaves Jackson Reed. Lions settle into the half-court offense. They've made their last 5 shots from the floor, shooting 57% for the field in the opening half. Eagles just at 35%. Lions into the left corner for Davis with 4 to shoot. Right around the screen, gets to the free throw line, leaps, passes, right wing, shot clock violation. Eagles zone does the job, and it brings us to a break in the action. 3:32 to play in the first half. Lions 31, Carson-Newman 24. Eagles trying to close the opening half on a strong note. The Lions shooting 57% from the field in the opening stanza. We're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Mars Hill is shooting the ball well at 57% from the field against the conference's top scoring defense and top field goal percentage defense. Eagles give up just 68 points per game on a defensive efficiency of 38.4%. Points per game number is in line, but the Lions have been efficient to make up for the fact that they've turned it over 6 times. Eagles offense, though, 35% from the field. Go downstairs to Thomas. Turn and shoot Jay right in the lane. That's all nylon from 12 feet out. Bryant Thomas has 8 points, and the Eagles are down by 5. A 13-3 run for the Lions turned a 3-point deficit with their biggest lead of the day at 7. They lob downstairs to Beelan. He lost the handle on it. Thomas collects for Carson-Newman. Eagles fly at the floor. Bowens, touch pass, right corner, Zhao. Catch 3, fading, left it short. Thomas snares an offensive rebound, another second chance. Dyer, head of the key, drives, dishes. Bowens, left block, backdoor, slams it down. Tyler Bowens, the backdoor Santa, making deliveries throughout the break of day. 31-28, Eagles down by 3. 2:33 to play in the first half. Lions the other way. An answer from the right point. Spins out from 3 from Trey Beelan. Eagles grab the rebound and bring it front court. Thomas muscles his way down the right side of the lane. Back to the basket on Beelan. Kicks out left corner. Brennigan catch 3. Halfway down and out. Rebound tipped up. Thomas comes over the top of Beelan and will be charged with a foul. His first. Team's fourth. And the ball back to the Lions. Mars Hill hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And the Eagles have scored 5 straight. Or pardon me. Yeah, 5 straight to get it down to 3. 31-28 with 2:10 to play in the first half. Lions with it front court. Corey Davis, league's second leading scorer, has the ball at the head of the key against the matchup zone. Right around a Beelan screen, accelerates it into the right corner for Molden. Back inside it goes Beelan, kick it right corner for Molden. His 15-foot J off the mark, but a long rebound finds Kendall Davis. Shuffle it to Corey left wing for a 3, and Corey Davis, just a 28% shooter from deep, connects. Back to a 6-point lead for the Lions. 34-28 with 97 seconds left in the first half. Dyer, left corner. Baseball pass right corner for Zhao. Zhao, dribble handoff, Brennigan in the corner with 15 to shoot. Off to Thomas, right elbow. Faces the basket, now backs down Connor. Turns, right hand, just chucks it up. Won't go down. Dyer, an offensive rebound. Slips it, Thomas, right block. Leans into his defender, Beelan, and finishes with his right hand off the window. Thomas with 10 points. Eagles down by 4. 34-30 with 65 seconds left in the first half. Right now, Carson-Newman's saving grace is the fact that it's out-rebounding Mars Hill by 12, in spite of being outshot 52% to 37%. Eagles with a second chance bucket on that possession. Lions with it front court. Right corner, Davis drives on Dyer, gets underneath the basket, shovels it out left corner for Davis, back to Molden right wing. His triple air ball. Bowens the rebound. Eagles can go 2 for 1 if they hustle. Brennigan weaves it front court, motions with his left hand, gets it to the head of the key. Bowens drives to the right block, gets into Molden, can't finish with the right hand, but he draws a foul. And charge this to Derek Molden Jr. First on the senior from Manchester, Connecticut, the 6th team foul on the Lions. And 2 free throws for Tyler Bowens, who's 8 of 13 at the stripe on the season. Hey, Eagle fans, check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. Features more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeandeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Bowens' first free throw spins off to the right, and a day after the Eagles matched a sack record by making 15 of 15 free throws against UVA-Wise on Saturday, Carson-Newman has started 1 of 4 at the line. Make it 2 of 5 as Bowens rattles in the second. 3-point game, 34-31. Game clock is at exactly 30 seconds. The shot clock is turned off, and Mars Hill can play for the final possession of the first half. Lions leading 34-31, a 13-3 run around the 5-minute mark. Taking advantage of 9 Carson-Newman turnovers, the difference right now. Eagles have kept it close in spite of shooting 37% as the Lions turn it over. Bridgewater the steal, gets it up the floor. Brennigan, left wing, 3 ball. In and out, no good. Long rebound to the head of the key, ripped by Davis. Davis in transition, gets the cup, can't finish in transition, but he's fouled by Luke Brennigan. First personal on Brennigan, 15th foul on the Eagles. 10.4 seconds to play first half. And 2 free throws here for Corey Davis. League's second leading scorer has 6 on 2 of 4 shooting. A guy who gets to the free throw line pretty frequently. Already been there 58 times. Mars Hill does that pretty well, and it's because of how frequently they drive. Davis's first free throw goes to nothing but net 4-point game. 35-31. Lions leading with 10.4 to go in the first half. One more free throw for Corey Davis. Hill's had good scoring balance. The Davis twins, Connor and Reed, all with at least 6. Not to mention Trey Beelan who has 6. 2-2 trip for Davis there. 36-31, 5-point lead for the Lions. 7-6 as Brennigan brings it across the timeline. 4-3, skip it, Zhao, right wing, catch three on the way. Left it short, Thomas an offensive rebound. Tried to lob it up, but he couldn't get the shot off in time, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Lions lead it at the break, trying to stop a 5-game losing streak this season, and a stretch of 4 straight defeats by double digits to Carson-Newman. 36-31 the halftime margin in favor of the Lions. Carson-Newman will try to pick up a win for the first time this season when trailing at the break. We'll see if they have that in them in the second half. Break down the first half when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Robinson racing to the rim, and Thomas obliterates it out of bounds on the dunk attempt.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
36-31, Mars Hill leads it at the halftime break over Carson-Newman. A first half for the Eagles where they just shoot 35.1% from the field. Worst shooting half since, well, not too long ago, December 2nd, when the Eagles were limited to 7 of 27 shooting in the second half against Columbus State, a game the Eagles would go on to fall in 58-56. Carson-Newman hasn't shot the ball well. It has rebounded the ball well. Eagles plus 13 on the glass. They have 13 offensive rebounds, but only 9 second chance points to show for it. So if you want to think about it this way, 13 offensive rebounds. Eagles only score off of 4 of those possessions that were extended. That's just 31%. So that's certainly something to circle in the face of Mars Hill shooting 50% from the field in the opening half. You can look at it a couple different ways. One, for how Carson-Newman has shot the ball and the fact that they have turned it over 9 times, really feels like they should be down by more than 5. And so Mars Hill, in spite of shooting 50% for the field, did turn it over 7 times, but didn't rebound the ball that well, and thus weren't able to build out an advantage as potentially as significantly as they should have, given how the numbers bear out. And I think Mars Hill shoots 50% from the field, but Carson-Newman took 9 more shots than the Lions and has only made 1 fewer shot than Mars Hill, both from the field and from 3. And you couple that with the 2 more made free throws that the Lions have, and there's your margin. So you compare the 50% to the 35%, you might think that, this is a little bit out of hand. But because of the Eagles rebounding, that's kept them in it. And if you were to take away those 9 Carson-Newman turnovers, the Eagles could really be right there with Mars Hill. So it'd be interesting to see how the second half adjustments bear out. Bryant Thomas has shouldered the offensive load. He has 10 points on 5 of 9 shooting to go along with 7 rebounds. John Zhao has 8, and then nobody else has more than 5 points. Ren Dyer just 1 point, but he has stuffed the stat sheet in other ways with 6 boards and 4 assists. Mars Hill, a team that is probably as unbalanced as you get in the league in terms of scoring averages. Corey Davis, the only guy who averages double digits for the Lions. Granted, he's the league's second leading scorer at 18 a night. It's been balanced today for Mars Hill. Corey Davis has 8. Trey Beelan has 6, Jackson Reed has 8. Kendall Davis has 6, and Rajon Connor has 6. So the Lions with 5 guys who have at least 6 points. So the Lions have had the balance that Carson-Newman is more accustomed to having. It all adds up to a 36-31 halftime lead for Mars Hill. We'll take you around the rest of the South Atlantic Conference. A slew of action in the SAC today, and we'll break that down when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
Halftime in Holt Fieldhouse, where Mars Hill carries a 36-31 lead over Carson-Newman. The Eagles will try to rally from a first half deficit, or a halftime deficit, I should say, for the first time this season. Eagles 0-1 this year when trailing at the half. The only time it's happened was against Lee's McRae, the opener. 33-78 over the last decade when trailing at the break, but a 5-point halftime deficit is manageable. See if the Eagles can pull off the comeback. Other games around the South Atlantic Conference. One non-conference game has gone final, and, well, it was never close. Lincoln Memorial boat races Tennessee Wesleyan 120-66. Rail Splitters can 15 of 35 threes and have, sorry, I'm going to have to count this in real time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in double digits. A real balanced effort for Jeremiah Samarippis' group. Two bench players, Cheney and Larry, lead the way with 16 points apiece. Pretty good night when you can play guys like Matthew Sells and Chase Rankin just 20 minutes. Well, the Rail Splitters get the job done, 59% from the field. They out-rebound the Bulldogs by 25, and Carson-Newman will get a look at Tennessee Wesleyan on Monday. Other games being played between two South Atlantic Conference foes, and some interesting results. Lenore Rhine struggled in a 20-point loss to Wingate last time out, but they're up 55-42 on Newberry. Piedmont Division feels like it's just eating its young. Bears are shooting 54% from the field and 41% from three. They're +5 on the glass and have only turned it over 5 times. Really crisp basketball for the Bears inside of Shuford Gym, leading the Wolves 55-42, 6 minutes into the second half. Tight one over in the Avenue Center at the halftime break. Anderson has a 46-45 lead on Wingate. Trojans shooting the cover off the ball, 56% from the field and 50% from three. Wingate has 10 apiece from Destin Clark and Donnell Nixon. But Miles Jenkins has 15 and Garrett Denbo 14 to combine for 29 to pace Anderson. The final game that was played today also was in the Piedmont, and that is a win for Coker at Catawba. 74-71, the Cobras go on the road. Shoot 52% from the field. They out-rebound Catawba by 4 and get 20 points from Adrian Scarborough. And a big road win for Coker. Coker might just be legit this season. Catawba was receiving votes in the D2 side of Southeast Region poll. So a lot of interesting results, including this one. Mars Hill, losers of 5 in a row and 4 in a row in the series to Carson-Newman, has a 5-point halftime lead. See if the Eagles can recover in the second half. We're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top of key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek.
Halftime wraps up here inside of Holt Fieldhouse, where Mars Hill carries a 36-31 lead over the Carson-Newman Eagles. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Eagle Sports Network. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Susan Bailey running the show back inside of network control. Our director tonight is Brock Persley, replay operator Danny Wazork, and our camera crew, the esteemed Barry Brown, Burke Rothgreb, and Mia Toribio. Adam Cavalier, just pleased as punch that you've carved out some time for your pre-Christmas plans to join us here on the Eagle Sports Network, where Mars Hill leads Carson-Newman 36-31 at the halftime break. And the Lions will open up the second half with the basketball after shooting 50% from the field in the first half. Corey Davis gets it to Hires at the right point. Mars Hill goes left to right in the royal blue road jerseys. Kendall Davis lobs left corner Corey. Back over to the right point for Kendall. Bounce inside Hires right block. Up and under move. Swims. Shot up. Blocked by Thomas. Dyer pulls in his 7th rebound on the right block. And the Eagles move right to left with it. Dyer at the head of the key. Overhand pass to Joe Hall. Right wing. Drives inside. Reverse layup. Spins it in off the window. Count it. Plus a foul. Firm moves by Monty. And the foul goes on Trey Beelan. It's his second. And the first on the Lions. So, good opening punch for Carson-Newman. And now Joe Hall to the line to try to make this a 2-point game. Joe Hall lines up the free throw. Missed it long. Eagles didn't miss on 15 attempts on Saturday. They're 2 for 6 at the line here on Wednesday, with the conference's highest percentage free throw shooting team. Clock didn't start after the miss. 5 seconds off, and Mars Hill gets the ball out of bounds in the front court and resets with Corey Davis running the point. Up top for his twin brother Kendall. Dribble handoff Corey right wing. Corey Davis down the right side of the lane. Backs it out to the right wing. Gets it to Hires, head of the key. Over into the left corner for Beelan. Drives, dishes, taken away. Bryant Thomas. And Dyer brings it front court. Eagles can tie with a 3. Thomas off to Brennigan right wing. Brennigan draws a trap. Bounce past Thomas right block. Kick out Dyer up top. Man-to-man defense for the Lions. Dyer drives inside, lost the handle on it, but draws a foul on Trey Beelan, and that's his 3rd. Number 3 on Beelan, number 2 on the Lions. Beelan exits for Jackson Reed. Shot clock at 20, and the ball out of bounds to the left of the basket for Ren Dyer. Dyer zips a pass. Brennigan, head of the key, catch 3 ball, airballed it. Dyer got the offensive rebound. Might as well have been a pass, and he dumps it in from the left side. 36-35. Eagles have scored the first 4 of the second half. They're down by 1. 82 seconds in. Officials blow the whistle to bring out the mop. And Carson-Newman football offensive lineman Tyler Needs is out there to mop up the perspiration. I had a janitor friend in high school who always used to say that a clean floor is a playable floor, and I can assure you, thanks to Tyler Needs' work, this floor very clean, very playable. Eagles down by 1 after scoring the first 4 of the second half. And it's looking to stop that streak here. Left wing, Davis drives inside, pulls up over top of Thomas. High difficulty, 8-footer. Rainbows it in over Thomas's outstretched right hand. Back to a 3-point lead. 38-35 Lions, 18-15 to go second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Monty Joe Hall lowers the shoulder into Kendall Davis on the left wing. He gets called for the charge. Joe Hall with his second. First on the Eagles of the half. 38-35, Lions the lead. Mars Hill works left to right with it. Reed, Connor, the Davis twins, and a bit of Bube on the floor for Mars Hill. Lions go up top for Davis. Over to the right wing for a bit of Bube. Back up top, Davis. That's Corey. He drives inside, kicks out head of the key, Reed. A drive, a dish, a left wing three ball. Back of the 10, no good. Thomas boxes out a bit of Bube to get Joe Hall the rebound underneath the canister. Eagles bring it front court. They can tie with a three. Brennigan wants one. Straight on, head of the key. Fun iron, bends, no. Bowen's up for the offensive rebound. He got undercut. And a whistle and a foul. Charge this to whom? It's on Mars Hill's Kendall Davis. Davis just undercutting Bowens. Picks up his first, team's third. Shot clock still at 21. And Davis to inbound, or Dyer, pardon me, to inbound from the left baseline. Shot clock should reset to 20 in this situation after the offensive board or the foul, regardless. And that indeed is the case. Drew helmed by Blake Harris notices, and they make that change. Second chance for the Eagles. Dyer inbounds all the way out into the backcourt to Luke Brennigan. Floats it over to Dyer, left wing, right around to Thomas screen, accelerates to the free throw line, leaps, passes, Joe Hall right corner, extra pass, Brennigan, right wing triple, airballed it. Out of bounds it goes to Mars Hill. Carson-Newman struggling from deep. 3 of 16 now as a team. Luke Brennigan is 1 of 8 from range. Not typical for a guy who's top 10 all time in three-point field goal percentage, but shots from deep haven't fallen. Lions with it front court. Davis at the head of the key. Zips inside for a bit of Bube. Feed Connor right block, and he throws it down with the right hand. Good ball movement by the Lions. They extend the lead back to 5. That was the halftime margin. 40-35 with 17:02 to play in the second half. Eagles with it on the offensive end. Dyer at the free throw line. Zips it, Brennigan, right corner. Catch 3 on the way. Front of the 10, no good. Rebound snared by Corey Davis, and he draws a foul on a body bump from Dyer. Second personal on Dyer, second team foul on the Eagles. John Zhao checks in, replacing Monty Joe Hall. Zhao, Brennigan, Bowens, Thomas, Dyer for Carson-Newman. Mars Hill trying to stop a 5-game losing streak. Haven't won since opening weekend. They're on the front foot right now, shooting 50% from the field. Pass into the paint, deflected and stolen away by Luke Brennigan. Eagles don't have numbers as Brennigan gets it into the left corner for Dyer. Baseline drive, drop it off Thomas. Middle of the lane, Thomas held, going up by a bit of Bube. And, well, they put the foul on Jackson Reed, pardon me. First on Reed, fourth on the Lions. 2 free throws for Bryant Thomas, and for as phenomenal as Carson-Newman was at the stripe on Saturday, they've struggled today. 2 of 6 at the line for the Sacs. Best free throw shooting team by percentage. 78% at the stripe, coming in top 20 in the country, but they have not fallen today. Thomas lines up the first and calmly sinks that one, nothing but cords. That stops a 2-minute scoring drought for the Eagles. One more free throw for Bryant Thomas and a chance to get it back to a 3-point game. Thomas, 3 dribbles, bends the knees, lobs up the second, and strokes the strings. 40-37, Lions by 3, 16:34 to play in the second half. Camden McElhaney is back in, replacing Tyler Bowens. So you got McElhaney, Thomas, Dyer, Brennigan, and Zhao for Carson-Newman. Mars Hill counters with Reed, Connor, the Davis twins, and a bit of Bube. Lions with it on the offensive end. There's a lob for Connor. Couldn't handle it. Thomas grabs the rebound, taking it away from Davis. Eagles go right to left. Dyer zips it down low. Zhao right block. Lobbed it up. Should have been goaltended. And now Zhao gets decked going down. Mars Hill scrambling. A bit of Bube running the middle of the lane. He lays it up. Won't go down. Beelan throws it down and lands on top of Ren Dyer. 42-37. Lions by 5. If that sparks Carson-Newman. Dyer left baseline, drives in, gets to the cup, right hand, finger rolls it home. No shock that happened to Ren, then he goes back down on the other end and sticks it back in. 42-37, 39. Eagles down by 3, 15:38 to play second half. Lions with it front court. Right elbow Jay off the mark from 15 from Connor. McElhaney snatches the rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Brennigan into the lane. Finishes through contact in the cup with the right hand. Luke Brennigan with 5 points. Eagles down by 1. 42-41, 15-18 to go on the second half. Lions bring it left to right. Reed, right wing. Flips it over to Abidabube at the head of the key. Over to the left wing for Kendall Davis. Skip it right wing, Reed. Reed drives inside, gets to the cup, blocked by Thomas. Abidabube snags it, lays it up with the left hand and floats it in. Mars Hill back on top by 3, 44-41. 5 minutes, 6 seconds into the second half. Eagles the other way. Zhao right corner, catch 3 ball. Bends out, no good. Thomas an offensive rebound. Second chance for the Eagles. Thomas twirls inside, back to the basket, lobs out for McElhaney head of the key. Over to the left wing, Brennigan, drop it off McElhaney left baseline. Kick out Dyer, extra pass, Zhao right wing. Drives inside, hop step to the cup, and he draws a foul. Charge this to the Lions. And Rajon Connor, his first, the team's 5th, brings us to a break in the action. 14:30 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman trails Mars Hill 44-41. Lions trying to stop a 4-game losing streak to the Eagles and a 5-game losing streak this season. Back to Holt after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeingeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
14:30 to play in the second half. 44-41. Mars Hill leads Carson-Newman. Lions have kept Carson-Newman, who's one of 19 teams to shoot 50% or better from the field this season in the country, to just 37% shooting. The Eagles are plus 14 on the glass to make up some of that. And now John Zhao is at the line shooting free throws with an opportunity to make this a 2-point or a 1-point game. Makes it a 2-point game by knocking down the first. Zhao with 9 points. One more free throw for John Zhao. Zhao spins the ball into his left hand, 2 right-hand dribbles, bends the knees, and pokes the second one home. Zhao, the second Eagle into double figures with 10. 44-43, Eagles down by 1, 14.5 to play in the second half. Zhao with his 7th career double-digit scoring effort. Lions with the ball on the offensive end. Royal blue road jerseys against the Eagles matchup zone. Reed with it right wing, flicks it to the head of the key for Davis. Drive and a dish, right corner for twin brother Kendall. 5 to shoot. Abidabube fires inside, hires. Right block, turns, right hand bunny. Won't go down. McElhaney tips the rebound to Dyer, and the Eagles race right to left. Dyer pumps the brakes right wing. Pass across the court, left side for Brennigan. Brennigan dribbles with his right hand once and feeds Dyer on the wing. Eagles can take their first lead of the second half on this possession. Zhao, right wing, lines up a 3, left it short. Long rebound, right elbow, seized by Davis, and he gets in transition. Left corner, Reed wants a catch 3. It's strong, rebound tapped to Abidabube in the middle of the lane, and he dumps it in off the window. Mars Hill with an answer point off of a second chance point. 46-43, Lions by a triple. 13:24 to play in the second half. Neither team's led by more than 7. That was Mars Hill after a 13-3 first half run. Eagles have gotten it down to 1 a bunch, but have never retaken the lead. As Carson-Newman gets it front court, a whistle and a foul away from the ball. A hold on Kendall Davis. His second, team 6th. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, McGaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit McGahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. McGaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Eagles inbound to Zhao, right corner. Pump fakes the three. Dribbles, gets trapped. No look pass McElhaney, right wing. He drives inside, pulls up, free throw line Jay. Bends in from 15. McElhaney gets the charity roll, has his first points, and pulls the Eagles within one. 46-45 with 12:57 to go in the second half. Lions on to the offensive end. Molden at the head of the key. Left around to Hires screen. Back to the right. Jab step right foot. Bounce feed to Abidabube left elbow. Backs down Beaker. Shoved off. And Beaker is going to get called for a blocking foul. Abidabube lowered his shoulder into him. But it's Ben who gets charged with his first and the team's third. Abidabube would go on to make the shot, but he doesn't get the NBA continuation. Shot clock resets to 20. Lions get the ball side on the left side of the basket, out of bounds. Molden to trigger. Pumps, now feeds Abidabube left baseline. Pulls up, 15-footer, no good, but he got fouled by McElhaney. So Prosper Abidabube will head to the line after McElhaney nipped him. First on McElhaney, fourth on the Eagles. Let's spell that for you. Prosper Abidabube, Obidiebube. Product of the Spire Academy and a Longwood transfer. He misses the first free throw long off the heel. He's 0 for 6 at the line this season. One more free throw for Abidabube. Spins the ball into his left hand, shoots it with his right. Rims out, no good. McElhaney the rebound, and Carson-Newman can retake the lead on this possession. Dyer, left wing with it. Draws two defenders, hits Beaker at the head of the key. Dyer got tapped on the elbow by Molden, though. Whistle and a foul. Is Molden's second. Team 7th, Eagles in the bonus. Shooting 1-1. Mars Hill's bench hollers out the bonus with 12:31. Dyer, front end of the 1-1 is on the way. Back iron, got the charity roll down through the hole. We're tied at 46. Second time we've been tied tonight. 2 ties, 8 lead changes. The bulk of them came from about the 15-minute mark to the 7-minute mark when the Lions went on that 13-3 run to take a 7-point lead. Dyer rolls in the second. He's got 7 points, and Carson-Newman is back in front for the first time this half. 47-46. Lions looking for an answer. Right elbow, Jay. Davis can't get it to fall. Hires goes up for the rebound. Tied up with Ben Beaker. Jump ball, possession arrow to Carson-Newman. Eagles glasswork continues. Plus 15 over the Lions. Brennigan over the timeline. Accelerates to the left wing. Gets to the left baseline. Back tap from behind by Davis. It stays with Carson-Newman with 22 to shoot. Trey Beelan in for the Lions, replacing Jackson Reed. And Dyer inbounding from the left baseline. Eagles by 1. Dyer all the way out to the timeline. Luke Brennigan lets it go across, collects, and brings the Eagles back into the front court. McElhaney hands off Zhao left wing. Zhao into the lane. Up and under move. Circles it up with the right. Won't fall. Loose ball tied up. Beaker and Beelan. Jump ball. This time the arrow favors the Lions. So, Lion ball when we come back. 11:56 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman has outscored Mars Hill 16-10 after halftime to grab a 47-46 lead. First time the Eagles have led since 7 minutes to play in the first half. The Eagles continue the fine fettle after halftime. We're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
11:56 to play in the second half, and Carson-Newman has outscored Mars Hill 16-10 after halftime to grab a 47-46 lead, but the Eagles have struggled to string together made basket after made basket, just shooting 37% from the field, but in the lead thanks to a plus 14 rebounding margin and 13 second chance points off of 15 offensive boards. Lions with the ball on the offensive end, trying to retake the lead. 2 ties, 9 lead changes in this back-and-forth affair. And they lose the handle on it out of bounds. A bounce pass by Davis along the baseline right to left across it. Doesn't find anybody and goes out of bounds in the left corner. Mars Hill's 11th turnover. Davis's third, and the Eagles a chance to extend a 1-point lead. Lions led by 7 in the first half after a 13-3 run, but the Eagles have slowly worked back into it. Hasn't been a big run to speak of. Brennigan, right point, lobs Thomas at the free throw line. One dribble, pulls up, 15-footer, finishes with the right hand with a rattle. 14 for Bryant Thomas to go along with 8 rebounds. Carson-Newman has matched its biggest lead, 49-46 with 11:20 to play in the second half. Lions looking for an answer point on the offensive end. Molden on the left wing. Feeds inside for Hires, spins in on Thomas. Right hand, flicks it up, won't drop. Rebound snared by Bowens. Eagles get the stop. Look to extend a 6-0 run on this possession. Dyer up to Bowens at the head of the key. Drives on a bit of Boubet and hands off Brennigan right wing. Into the high post, Thomas. Thomas, left hand dribble, swirls around and gets it to Zhao left wing. Zhao leaps and feeds Bowens at the head of the key, 11 to shoot. Bowens hands off Brennigan right wing. 9 and 8 into the high post, Thomas. Thomas at the free throw line, back to the basket, turns, fades left. Can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped up by Bowens, out of bounds. Back to Mars Hill. 10:35 to play second half. Eagles 49, Mars Hill 46. Lions haven't scored in 2.5 minutes, and in the interim, the Eagles have gone on a 6-0 run to match their biggest lead. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Lions onto the offensive end. Molden hop step left elbow. Back out Hires, head of the key. Hands off to Molden and sets a screen for him. Gets it into the right corner for Beelan. Drive inside Connor. Blew the bunny. Got his own rebound and stuck it in left side. Connor follows his own shot to stop a 3-minute scoring drought. And Lions within one. 49-48 at the 10-minute mark, second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Bowens right baseline. Into the high post, Thomas pulls up, 12-footer, finishes with the right. Vintage Bryant Thomas from straight on. He's got 16. Tyler Bowens drops his second dime. Eagles back on top by 3. 51-48 with 9:44 to play in the second half. Lions moving left to right in the navy or the royal blue road jerseys with yellow numerals. Molden left wing. Pump fakes a 3, dribbles the left baseline. Tosses up a pass. It goes off the hands of Hires, and Brennigan takes it away into the front court. Zhao, left corner, 3-ball, bullseye! John Zhao, lethal in transition. He has 13, and Carson-Newman has its biggest lead on the heels of an 11-2 run. 54-48 with 9:10 to play in the second half. Eagles looking for another stop. Zhao, a deflection at the head of the key, loose ball. Davis grabs it, possession continues. Beelan right baseline, pull up Jay. Pardon me, that was Connor. It was blocked by Thomas. Great range from BT. Eagles looking for more. Zhao, right corner, 3-ball! Yes, sir, as he falls to the floor. John Zhao is on a 6-0 run all by himself. And Carson-Newman surges up by 9 for the first time tonight. 57-48 with 8:35 to play in the second half. It's a 14-2 run or an 8-0 run for the Eagles, depending on how you want to look at it. Lions front court. Middle of the lane, Jay won't fall for Beelan. Offensive step back, Connor can't get the go. Dyer grabs his 10th rebound, and the Eagles bring it right to left, looking to extend this 9-point lead. Brennigan, left wing, lobs Thomas left block. Back to the basket, spin move up with the right. Won't fall off the front of the 10. Connor grabs the rebound left block, sealing off the shooter, and the Lions bring it left to right. One of their last 7 from the field, trying to halt this 14-2 Carson-Newman run. Molden, right wing, between the legs, dribble, stops, looks to pass, does so to Davis at the head of the key. Over to Beelan, left wing. Beelan fires up a step back over top of Dyer and connects. High difficulty from 25 feet out over the NCAA logo to stop Carson-Newman's 8-0 run. 57-51, Eagles by 6, 7:35 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman brings it front court. Dyer, left point with the ball. Zips a pass inside. It's deflected, taken away by Hires. Up to Molden, racing to the cup. He's fouled by Dyer. Doesn't get the easy bucket in transition, and it brings us to a break in the action. 7:23 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 57, Mars Hill 51. Lions looking for answer points after the Eagles took a 9-point lead with a 14-2 run. We're back to hold after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand as Carson-Newman leads Mars Hill 57-51 with 7:23 to play in the second half. Lions at the free throw line with Derek Molden Jr. shooting a couple free throws and a chance to further check into this deficit. Eagles used a 14-2 run to go up by 9. Marshall got a step-back 3 from Beelan, and now a Molden free throw to make it a 5-point game. 57-52 Eagles, 7:23 to play. Mars Hill just 37% from the field after halftime. Shooting percentage is down to 44 for the game. Molden missed the second free throw. Dyer, the box out of the shooter on the right block to collect his 11th carom for the Eagles. And CN brings it right to left. 5-point lead in hand. Bowens, right baseline for the Eagles, picked up by Hires, man-to-man. Feeds Thomas in the high post. One dribble, gets it down to the left block, pumps, lays it up with two hands and dunks it in. Bryant Thomas with 18, a game-high 18. 59-52, back to a 7-point lead for the Eagles. Lions onto the offensive end. A lob inside from Molden is stolen by Thomas. Molden got it back. Lobs it out to Davis for a right point three. Front of the 10, no good. A tap from Hires finds the bottom of the barrel. Stick-to-itiveness for the Lions makes it a 5-point game. 59-54 with 6:38 to play in the second half. Eagles with it front court. Thomas left block. Turns, right hand, hook, count it, +1. Man's moves for Bryant Thomas down on the low block. And the foul goes on Rajon Connor. His second, team's 8th. BT has 20 on 9 of 15 shooting. (61-54). Make it 62-54 as Thomas makes the bucket, makes the free throw. Lions with it front court. And a whistle and a foul goes on John Zhao. Zhao with his second, team's fifth. That was the sixth on Carson-Newman as a team. Inbounds comes right baseline. Right corner, Jackson Reed naked for a three. Front of the 10, no good. Connor saves in the rebound off of Tyler Bowens, and it stays with the Lions. 62-54. Eagles by 8 with 6:19 to go in the second half. Outscoring Lions 31-16 after halftime. Inbounds will come from the left baseline. Tyler Bowens leaps and steals it in the left corner. Gets it into Luke Brennigan's hands, and the Eagles bring it right to left. Dyer, left wing, exploding to the rim. Dyer throws it down with the right hand tomahawk flush. Mercy, Ren Dyer exploded. Dynamite in his sneakers. 64-54, Eagles by 10. Lions the other way, and Luke Brennigan with a foul. Second on him, seventh on the Eagles. Free throws for Mars Hill. How about Ren Dyer's flush? Good night, Vienna. And Corey Davis to the line to shoot 2 free throws after Brennigan fouled him on the other end. Davis's first is through nothing but strings. Stops Carson-Newman's 7-0 run. One more free throw for Corey Davis. Eagles were down by 5 at the break. They've outscored the Lions 33-19, make it 33-20 here in the second half as Davis makes the second. 64-56, Eagles by 8. Full court pressure on for the Lions. Thomas harassed by a bit of Bouvier in the backcourt. Eagles get it up the floor. Dyer exploding again left baseline. Thor's hammer out of Wren. He's the third Eagle into double figures. And now Zhao fouls Davis in transition. 66-56. Back to a 10-point lead for the Eagles thanks to Dyer's dynamite. Foul is the third on Zhao, the 8th on the Eagles. Ren Dyer has ripped the gravity out of the building with back-to-back high-flying slams. Davis, first free throw connects. 66-57, back to a 9-point game. Dyer, by the way, with that dunk, a double-double for the 12th time in his career. One more free throw for Davis, and he strokes that one. Sack's second leading scorer this year has 14. 66-58, Eagles by 8 with 5:42 to play in the second half. Dyer across the timeline, turns it over. Davis a steal. Davis racing to the cup, goes for the reverse layup, past the sliding Dyer, and he lays it in. 66-60. Lions take advantage of Carson-Newman's 12th turnover. Eagles get it front court with a 6-point lead and 5:24 to play in the second half. Brennigan at the head of the key. Right hand dribbles over to the right wing. Bounce feed Dyer to the cup. Dyer gets fouled going in. And charge this to whom? Jackson Reed, his second, team's ninth. 2 free throws for Ren Dyer. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jeff City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. Ren Dyer, first free throw, calmly strokes it. 67-60. Eagles by 7 with 5:15 to go in the second half. One more free throw for Ren Dyer. He lines it up and rattles it out left side. So 1 of 2 trips, 7-point lead for the Eagles. 67-60 with 5:12 to play in the second half. Lions with it on their offensive end. You got a whistle And a foul away from the basketball is at the head of the key in Davis's hands, and Thomas gets called for something down low. His second, team's ninth. We're shooting 2 the rest of the way, both ways. This will be a 1-and-1 for Prosper Abidabube. Not necessarily a bad thing. He's 0 for 7 at the line this season. Doesn't have a bad stroke, though. 1 plus the bonus for Abidabube. Shoots it with the right hand, back spins it up, gets the charity roll. Front iron, back iron twice, and down through the strings for his first made free throw of the season on his 8th attempt. Makes it a 6-point game. 1 more free throw for Abidabube. And that one goes through nothing but cords. 5-point lead for the Eagles, 67-62 with 5:05 to play in the second half. 14-2 second half run put the Eagles up. They've maintained the lead. Bowens at the free throw line, zips a pass into Carson-Newman's bench for the Eagles' 14th turnover. And 5th of the half. Mars Hill with an opportunity to make it a single possession game. Carson-Newman's limited the lines to 36% shooting after halftime while shooting 59%. Abidabube spinning in, airballs a shot. Dyer reaches up to snag his 12th rebound on the right block. And the Eagles move right to left with it. Inside Thomas it goes. Spin move right on Abidabube. Tosses up with the right, and Thomas has 23. Good with the right hand, 69-62 for a 7-point lead. Lions the other way. Right wing transition, 3 balls off the mark. Long rebound to Reed. Reed to the cup, can't get it to go. Abidabube, third chance, he lays that one in. Timeout, Mars Hill. 69-64, Eagles by 5 with 4:22 to play in the second half, and it brings us to a break in the action. Carson-Newman by 5, 69-64. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman leads Mars Hill 69-64. The Lions held to 37% from the field after halftime, while Carson-Newman shot 61% from the field in the second half. Carson-Newman has used a 14-2 run the midpoint of the half to take what was a 5-point halftime deficit and put the Eagles in the lead. Bowens triggers into Ren Dyer in the backcourt, and the Eagles work right to left with it. Dyer, left wing, feeds Shao, right block. Shao glides to the rim and lays it in off the window with the right hand. Eagles have made their last 6 shots. Carson-Newman by 7, 71-64, 4:02 to play in the second half. Lions front court. Jackson Reed right point. Steps inside the arc, kicks it out left wing Davis. Davis a drive into dish, left corner for Reed. Reed fading, middle of the lane, tough 10-footer. Got it to go. 10 points for Reed. He's the third line into double figures. Mars Hill has an answer point. 71-66, 3:42 to play in the second half. Eagles front court. Zhao, right corner, catch 3 ball. Drano! John Zhao has 21 on 5 of 9 shooting from deep. And the Eagles up by 8, 74-66 with 3:25 to play in the second half. Lions onto the offensive end. Kendall Davis into the left corner for Reed. High-low action left block for Abidabube. Goes into Thomas, can't get the bunny to fall. Thomas and Abidabube tied up. Jump ball, possession arrow to the Eagles. brings us to a break in the action. 3:11 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman 74, Lions 66. Eagles trying to stiff arm Mars Hill here in Holt. Back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
.3:11 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman has outscored Mars Hill 43-30 after halftime to turn a 5-point halftime deficit into an 8-point second half lead. A 14-2 run put the Eagles up by as many as 10. Mars Hill has fired some punches, though. The Eagles have limited the lines to 38% shooting after halftime. Mars Hill traps in the half court as the Eagles bring it front court with 2 seconds to spare on the 10-second clock. Dyer, right wing with under 3 to play. 12 to shoot. Dyer feeds Brennigan left point. Open look at a 3 ball. Front of the 10, no good. Thomas tapped the rebound up, but Corey Davis takes the rebound away. Davis, quick as a hiccup. Lob, Hires, right block. He lays it in off the window. Hires has 6 points. Lions trim it to 6. 74-68 with 2:30 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Thomas at the head of the key. Dribble handoff, Zhao right wing. Feed Bowens in the high post left elbow. Back it out, Dyer left wing with 11 to shoot. Dyer dribbles right, hop step into the lane, gets the cup, and Dyer again dunks it home with the right hand. 76-68, Eagles by 8, Lions front court. Hires goes up and throws it down with the right hand on the other side. 76-60. Carson-Newman by 6, minute 56 to play in the second half. Eagles have made 8 of their last 9 shots. Brennigan into the front court for Bowens, off to Dyer left wing. Lob to Bowens, left baseline, gets inside, hands off. Thomas running the middle of the lane, and Thomas gets fouled, going in for the dunk attempt. Charge the foul to Marvin Hires, his 3rd, and the team's 10th. 2 free throws for Bryant Thomas with 100 seconds left. He's had a monster night with 23 points and 9 boards. Not to mention his standard shot-stopping supremacy for Carson-Newman's all-time leader in block shots. He's got 5 tonight. First free throw, Thomas calmly converts. 77-70 with 100 seconds left. And Bryant Thomas, no stranger to rejections. With a 5-shot block game, he is tied for the school record with 6. Most recently, he did that against Coker. He's done it 3 times in his career for a single game. Makes the second free throw, 78-70, Eagles by 8 with 95 seconds left. Mars Hill gets it onto the offensive end. Head of the key for Davis. Davis drive, a dish, right into Bowen's hands on the right block. 15th turnover for the Lions. Eagles seize it and bring it right to left. Zhao right corner, bounce it for Thomas right block. Back to the basket. Backs down his defender, turns left, fades. Thomas, smooth as silk. 27 for BT. 80-70, Eagles up by 10. Thomas, a rejection on the other end, has matched the school record with his 6th block. Thomas outlets it into the front court for Tyler Bowens, who slips and falls with under a minute to play. Eagles turn it over. for a 15th time. Lions bring it from left to right. Head of the key, 3, heaved up, back of the 10, no good. Brennigan snatches the rebound at the left point, and Carson-Newman sees Mars Hill back off, leading by 10 with 43 seconds to play. Dyer, left wing, harassed by Davis. 18-17 on the shot clock, 20-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Dyer at the head of the key. Dribbles inside on Davis, feeds Zhao, cutting, right block, hands off, Bowens left block, Bowens from the back door throws it down with 2 hands. A dunk fest here inside a hole. Eagles up by 12, their biggest lead of the night. 82-70 with 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Eagles have made 10 of their last 11 shots to finish. Right corner 3's off the mark from Davis. Thomas grabs his 11th rebound to secure a double-double. And Carson-Newman will bring it across the timeline with a shot clock off and dribble out the final moments in this one. 2-1 buzzer ball game. A resounding second half for Carson-Newman. Eagles outscore the Lions 51-34 after halftime to down Mars Hill 82-70. Carson-Newman shoots 66% from the field in the second half, out-rebounds Mars Hill by 13, gets dueling 20-point performances from Bryant Thomas and John Zhao, and Ren Dyer, his 12th career double-double, and he was just dunking all over Mars Hill. Dyer got domed to put the Eagles down by 5 early in the second half, and I think he took it personally. He explodes on Mars Hill, and that high energy paves the way for Carson-Newman to pick up an 82-70 win over the Lions. So Carson-Newman gets the job done over the Mars Hill Lions. The final score from Holt is Carson-Newman 82 and Mars Hill 70. Domino's postgame report is headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeaneagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeaneagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeaneagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
The outlet to Nick Brennigan, racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the right hand.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman prevails and come from behind fashion, 82-70 over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. Largest deficit that Eagles have rallied from this season. They were down by 7 in the first half, trailed by 5 at the break, and win it running away. So Carson-Newman shoots 66% from the field after halftime. And in fact, 7 missed threes for Carson-Newman. Eagles made, 16 of 19 shots inside the three-point arc after halftime. You don't want to know why the Eagles came back? That's why. Carson-Newman was just on one, and it felt like the turning point was when Ren Dyer got dunked on. It was a putback jam by, I believe, Marvin Hires for Mars Hill. No, I'm sorry, Rajon Connor stretched a Mars Hill lead back to 5 early in the second half, and it made Ren angry. And Carson-Newman rallied. And Ren, in fact, I think 4 dunks. Eagles just got the job done straight up in the second half. A monster night from Bryant Thomas with 27 points and 11 rebounds. He gets career double-double, number 10. Ren Dyer gets career double-double, number 12, with a 14-point, 12-rebound double-double to go along with 5 assists. And Carson-Newman does the job and rallies over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. So Carson-Newman prevails over the Mars Hill Lions. Here on the Domino's Post-Game Report, I'm Adam Cavalier alongside head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson, a stingy old Grinch who has told me multiple times he's not buying his children any presents for Christmas. That's my first lie of the year.
You've nailed them everyone until that one.
I've been truthful until that
In fact, I've got a very special surprise this year for Christmas. That's all I'm going to say. A very special surprise.
I know what the surprise is, Tab.
Very
I know
special
what the surprise
is.
All right, Chuck. This is our last traditional post game since the men's game is the first game on Monday.
Let me say this right now. I refuse to accept that. Monday.
You'll be here fast.
It's going to be on. It's going to be on. We're just doing a double dose of it.
Then you'll get here quick. My wife, purveyor of WhipSmartKitchen.com, has slaved in the kitchen over the last 24 hours, and we have some post-game treats to sample. We've got some Buckeyes, we've got some Nutella-stuffed brown butter cookies, and we've got some of her Yaya's Raisin Delights. This is what we're working with. So, you know how we revealed the schedule with Bean Boozled?
Yes.
This is the opposite of Bean Boozled. So for every question I ask, we have to.
That's not a problem.
We have to sample a cookie.
There's no problem.
So I'll let you can choose. What are we starting with?
Let me go this little.
You're going with
bad
the Buckeye.
boy. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, Chucky.
I'm so dry.
That's exquisite.
Whose water is this?
I don't know. It's yours now. Elite response in the second half out of your team. What'd you see to surge back and outscore the Lions 51-34 after halftime, after you finish this drink?
Well, the big problem was we turned the ball over way too much first half, period. We got good shots the first half, didn't convert. But I felt like if we stayed the course, we'd be okay. And by staying the course, I mean take better care of the ball, continue to defend and rebound. We came out the second half, and we did that, but most importantly, we cut the turnovers down. Our defense got more stingy. Their shot making went back down, and then of course you saw we found some really good north-south attack to get to the paint, and between our drives with Ren and shot making from John, and then BT just being an absolute monster inside. It was a nice 1-2-3 punch.
The game turned on its head. Ren Dyer got dunked on at some point. And it was like watching the Hulk transform.
Yeah.
It only made him angry. And after that jam, he started dunking on people.
Yes.
And you went on a 14-2 run. Did you sense the tide turn when that happened?
Well, yeah. I mean, clearly the scoreboard indicated that. But you could just tell our guys were determined to get to the paint and determined to get to the rim. And we've got some guys that are really explosive, and Ren's one of them. And I mean, good gracious, he fought for the drive and got there and went up above people and just flushed it down. So, but it was a nice mix between that attack, that sort of Hulk-like attack, and then John's catch threes, and then BT's just Elijah One-esque sort of spinning, twisting, turning, getting to his right, getting to his left, and it was, like I said, it was a really good balanced 1-2-3 punch.
All right, next cookie. What are you going for?
I think I'm going to go with that.
The brown butter Nutella stuffed. Excellent choice. This is such a beautifully understated cookie.
It has some sea salt.
Mm-hmm. Brings out the sweetness.
I'm going to tell you what, that's a really good cookie.
It's an elite.
Good gracious.
It's an elite cookie, man. I've already had 6 of those. And these have existed since about, 3 p.m. yesterday.
That's fantastic.
I was yelled at for eating too many of these. I shouldn't say yelled at. Politely requested, you need to stop because these are for other people.
Oh, that's good.
Bryant Thomas, animalistic night, 27 points. Crazy, one of the crazier stat lines. 27 points. That's not his career high. It's one off. 11 boards, 4 of them on the offensive glass. He ties the single-game school record for blocks with 6 and had 4 steals to boot. Defensive Player of the Year on display, Offensive Player of the Year on display. What did you see out of one of the all-time great defensive performers?
I mean, I can say amen to what you just said. I mean, it was elite on multiple levels, and he was so efficient from the field, from the line. His presence was immeasurable, and I love to see what's happening with him. I love it, and our team wants that, and I know good things happen for us when he's getting touches, and because we have that ability to make some shots from the perimeter, and we got some guys that get the paint, and so it's really just a good blend, man. When you got a guy like that can, on both ends of the court, do some serious things.
The Lions, you hold to 38% shooting after halftime. We'll finish up with the Raisin Delight before we get into this question.
This is really difficult because I'm telling you, I could.
You want one more of these?
Oh, that's as good a cookie as I've ever had. That's as good a cookie as I've ever had. That right there.
It is.
This is Yaya.
This is Yaya, Leanda's grandmother. Her recipe.
It's a pretty cookie.
A Raisin Delight, beautiful. Yeah, you got the red. I got the green. We're Christmas here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been a fan of raisins, but this is an outstanding cookie.
Very well made, great bake. Again, you expect nothing less out of Leanda.
Can I convince Leanda to have like a summer cooking camp? And I'll send Tab. I'll just send her. You have to scholarship, or I'll pay full price. She's truly gifted.
Yeah, it's something special.
I was so hesitant when you said raisin. I was like, well, okay,
no,
I'm gonna just.
They're good.
I could do this.
You limited Mars Hill to 38% shooting after halftime. What was the key to clamping down on the Lions defensively?
Well, I mean, we had the right scheme. We got distracted the first half. We've been talking a lot lately to our team about we got to make sure we don't get distracted. I think we got distracted by what we thought was some missed calls by the officials. I think we got distracted by some inability to make shots. Shots weren't coming easily. I mean, you see Luke. Luke is a great shooter. He was 1 of 10 from 3 tonight, 2 of 11 from the field, but he makes up for it with 8 assists, 0 turnovers. But I think we were distracted mentally, and at halftime, sort of challenged them to refocus and to control what they can control. Don't let the things we can't control get in the way of what we can. And I thought we did a much better job that second half.
We talked about BT. John Zhao, some understated brilliance, hunting threes, especially in transition. He finishes with 21. Just continued evolution of his game with a career high.
Oh yeah. And I mean the gig's up. I mean, people know what he does, and he still finds some shots. Takes big shots. Got a lot of confidence, but he's tough to defend because he can shoot a 3, but he can also get downhill to the rim. And I mean, he makes 5 threes tonight, but he is 100% at the line. He chips in a couple of layups there, so really, really nice night for John. Like I said, that 1-2-3 punch with John, scoring-wise, with John, BT, and Wren is a really, really good thing. But that would not be enough. We've got to defend and rebound at an elite level, and that takes everybody to be doing that.
Turn your attention to your final South Atlantic Conference game of 2022 and the first meeting with Emory and Henry since 1975.
Wow.
What do you have to do to get ready for the Wasps?
Well, since we don't have any history with them at all, we've got to make sure we understand what they do. I mean, they've not played a great deal of teams that defend like we do. I know they did tonight at Tusculum, so we got to sort of focus in on that. But I think we just got to do us. And yeah, there you go. They beat Tusculum on the road. It's a big win for them. Just want to see what they do, and go up there with confidence. I mean, they're going to have a lot of confidence right now after that win at Tusculum tonight, but we got to go up there with confidence ourselves and do our jobs. I wish I could have something more
profound,
but I'm sort of I can almost feel a sugar rush coming on right now. And
you want to finish with one? You've had 3.
Of course. Yes. Was that a trick question? I'm going to see. I knew that one right there at the very bottom. He looked a little extra. He had a little extra something to him.
I wish we had taste division. I really do, because these are
I'm not playing around.
A problem.
That is as good as cookies I put in my mouth, and I have put a bunch of them in there.
Kudos to my lovely wife who does the catering for the football press box. 162 cookies she made yesterday, and she has 3 more varieties still to come. So
that woman,
Leanda Cavalier.
Thank you, Leanda.
This cookie is
we raise our cookies to you. We raise our cookies to you.
Chuck, thanks for winning. This wouldn't have happened if you had lost. So way to pull it out, and congrats on the win.
Oh, we had to win.
All right, Chuck Benson. Pleasure as always. We'll
Thanks,
talk
Gabby.
to you Saturday at ENH. That's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's post-game report rolls on. Ren Dyer, Bryant Thomas to the microphone when we get back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's post-game interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's post-game report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
All right, back on the Domino's post-game report as Carson-Newman picks up an 82-70 win over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside the guy who later on in the show will be the recipient of our AEC electrifying play of the game, Ren Dyer. Ren, you got the springs going today. Dunked a little bit tonight. You got dunked on.
I did.
And it seemed to make you angry. Kind of went Hulk there a little bit. Second half. Break down the response and the rally for Carson-Newman to outscore the Lions by 17 after halftime.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from the jump, the refs were kind of letting a lot of stuff go, and I think they kind of threw some shots at us, especially early. And I don't want to say that we were, looking for calls, but, we realized, especially going in that second half, that we had to be physical and we had to play through contact, and that's what we did.
Did that in a major way. 16 of 19 from inside the three-point arc after halftime. Was that just an adjustment? Hey, go attack the basket and see what happens?
Yeah, I mean, we saw early in the first half, kind of what they were doing. I think their pressure got to us a little bit early, but that second half, we just kind of calmed down, and honestly, they were giving us from their defense, we were able to get layups and convert, and yeah.
In your case, dunks.
Yeah.
Exploded tonight. It was. You've gone for lays in the past. We obviously know you've got that capability. What changed tonight?
I mean, yeah, I think I like playing physical, and just kind of got my motor running a little high, and just went for it,
Your motor.
I didn't like getting dunked on, Cal.
Yeah, I know,
I didn't like getting dunked on.
I could tell. It was like somebody poked the bear, and the bear woke up and decided to maul some people. Talk about a bear mauling people. Let's talk about Bryant Thomas.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know if I've seen a stat line like this.
Yeah, man, he's
27 points, 11 boards, 6 blocks, 4 steals. What did his presence anchoring the post, both offensively and defensively, allow the team to do?
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's a beast. His presence is felt every time he steps on that court, and he contributed in a huge way in all areas tonight. I mean, it's awesome playing with a guy like that. It opens up stuff for us, and he went to work tonight. That was awesome.
Second half, 66% from the field. You limit Mars Hill to 38% shooting defensively. More what we're accustomed to seeing from Carson-Newman defensively. What changed first half to second half to lock down the Lions defensively?
Yeah, I mean, we just locked in. Honestly, our defense, they shot the ball quite well first half, and their numbers coming into this game were not that great as far as beyond the arc, and we trusted in that, and it showed second half.
All right, Ren, thanks for the time, and congrats on career double-double number 12.
Appreciate you, Cav.
Ren Dyer, he is our AEC electrifying play of the game, and I guess we're just going to choose one at random. Ren Dyer, his own personal dunk contest tonight inside of Holt Fieldhouse. He had 4 flushes on the day for Carson-Newman. So literally pick a Ren Dyer dunk, and he is the recipient of our AEC electrifying play of the day. AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. It's service you can count on and value you can depend on. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC. They are your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you're not just a utility customer. You are a co-op member. Rolling on the Domino's postgame report, Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman Senior Center, Bryant Thomas, BT, our Food City player of the game. Good night. 27 points, 11 boards. I guess that's old hat for you at this point. One off your career high.
Yeah.
But you matched the single-game record for blocks with 6 and had 4 steals to boot. Defensively, break down what keyed a crazy effort.
We knew going into this game that they was going to try to get inside a lot. So our biggest thing was just contain the ball, get to our spots on defense, and just keep them in front of them, keep them from getting inside and entice the outside.
27 points. It felt like the ball, if you got the ball within 8 feet of the basket, it was going in. What keyed that offensive effort?
Really just getting to my spots for real. Teammates just kept feeding me the ball, and really I would just get into it, just get into my spots, and I give credit all to my teammates. They have faith in me, and I just went out there and performed.
It feels like that you have gone into the mold of Carson-Newman greats of past. I think about Sawyer Williams and the dip the left shoulder, finish with the right.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to that right hand and hit that hook, it's over.
Yeah.
Break down the process to come to that move and how you've been able to weaponize it here as a senior.
Really, it's just been a lot of reps in the off season. This previous summer, really just getting in the gym, just getting comfortable, just shooting it. And my teammates know I can make that shot, and I'll give credit back to them. They know they get the ball to me, and I just perform. That's it.
Offensively, 16 of 19 inside the three-point arc after halftime.
Mm-hmm.
What was the key to work the ball inside and get the ball to the bucket at such an efficient clip in the second half?
Really, that was just our whole game plan. Get the ball inside, pound it in, play inside out. CB always talks about getting inside, and we start from the inside and we spread it and share it if they collapse.
turn your attention now to Emory and Henry. They picked up a big win over Tusculum at home tonight.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to get ready for a Wasps team that is making an impact in its first year as a Division II institution?
Yeah, we know that winning at Tusculum is big, so it's really about us. So we just focus on us and clean up our defense struggles, just take away the paint, entice outside, and play our game. That's really all we could do.
All right, BT, thanks for the time. Congrats on a massive night on the Harvey.
Appreciate it.
That is our Food City player of the game, Bryant Thomas, as Carson-Newman collects an 82-70 win over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. Other games in the South Atlantic Conference, we told you earlier, Lincoln Memorial ran away from Tennessee Wesleyan, 120-66. It was Lenore Ryan rolling past Newberry at home, 84-61, behind 24 points from Neesmith on 11 of 15 shooting. Wingate comes back against Anderson on the road and downs the Trojans 95-86. That's in spite of Anderson shooting 57% from the field, but the Trojans turned it over 19 times, and they committed 10 more fouls than Wingate. The Bulldogs go 24 of 29 at the free throw line to make up the difference in that regard. Andreas Wilson, 23 points to lead the Bulldogs, and Miles Jenkins, 27-point night for the Trojans, is obfuscated by the loss. Coker collects an 80-77 win at Catawba to improve to 6-5, while the Indians are hit with their fourth loss of the year. And we mentioned it earlier, but Emory and Henry gets the job done on the road at Tusculum, 78-75. Pioneers just hit one of their final 7 shots. Emory and Henry, no field goals made over the final 4 minutes and 31 seconds, but the Wasps have enough in the tank to hold on in Greenville. Tusculum just 1 of 13 from distance in the second half. Balanced effort for the Wasps. Antonelli, Morgan, and Leftwich all with 12 points. Moynihan had 15 on 6 of 8 shooting. As Emory and Henry, signature win here in the early going for the Wasps, time as members of Division II. Anadi Legist, a double-double spoiled. He had 18 points and 16 rebounds to lead Tusca, but not enough in defeat to Emory and Henry, 78-75. And that is our next presentation of Carson-Newman men's basketball. We come to you from Emory, Virginia, in the King Center on Saturday. Women's game tips off at 2 p.m. The men's game at 4. We are on the air for the doubleheader at 1:45 from Emory, Virginia, as Carson-Newman picks up the win here tonight inside of Holt Fieldhouse by a final score of 82-70 over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill. So Carson-Newman victorious. First time this season that the Eagles rally after trailing at the halftime break. And Carson-Newman triumphant over the Mountain Lions of Mars Hill by a final score of 82-70. We are back at it on Saturday when the Eagles take on the Wasps at 4 p.m. We'll talk to you then. For our entire crew tonight, fantastic job as per usual. Susan Bailey running the show back inside of network control. Our director tonight was Brock Persley, replay operator Danny Wazork, and our camera crew, Barry Brown, Mia Toribio, and Burke Rothgeb. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Eagle Sports Network. Once again, the final score from inside Holt Fieldhouse. It's Carson-Newman 82 and Mars Hill 70. We'll talk to you on Saturday. Until then, have a pleasant rest of your Wednesday night. And good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagles Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watfrang, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Caitlin Jones, and Danny Wizarek. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game.
This is the Eagle Sports Network.